Call the meeting to order. Good evening, everyone. It is April 25th, 2021. We are at the City of West Liberty's Library. Special City Council meeting. I called this special meeting to order. We have had a couple of extensions in front of us since March 30th or April 1st. None of those extensions have been acted upon. So I just wanted to bring that in front of the council one more time to see if there was any thought or consideration. So that's the reason for this special meeting tonight. We have all council members present tonight. We have Sherry over here as our city clerk taking the duties. We do have Attorney Jamie Boston in attendance as well. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Passes 5-0. So the extensions that have been placed in front of us by Attorney Boston for the last month or so has a couple of different extension dates. And those extension dates are September 30th, 2021 or August 31st, 2021. That is for the fire. And then the ambulance has the same two agendas with the two same end dates. So discussion, council members?
So we just have to pick the fire and the ambulance depending on which end date we want. Is that correct?
Correct, or you can pick none. But these are in front of you for consideration.
If I may, the rural trustees are here. Isn't this a good time for discussion about this?
No.
Attorney Tharp, we've asked for meetings. They have said that they're not willing to come to the meetings until then. I will give you 2 minutes. If you want to, this is a special meeting. We don't have a public comment section. So I will extend 2 minutes if you have some discussion you want. Okay, is that appropriate?
Sure,
Thank you.
I think I can do it in 2 minutes. I was just using this as an example with the rural trustees. If you guys think that I didn't understand what you guys are doing, I really don't, because you guys could not. This is so against your own self-interest that I'm shocked. I mean, and this is corporate law. This isn't, personal, like going after anybody, because you guys all should know I want to keep people out of trouble. By sending a termination notice, you don't just terminate, it's like a divorce, is what happened under a partnership. Since 1975, there was the old fire department, the rural fire district, and the city became the administrator with the fiduciary duty to take care of everything. By sending a notice of termination, you can't just terminate the services. You have to blow up the partnership. By doing that, that doesn't just say, what we're going to do is we're going to stop services. That means everything stops. And there's going to be a full accounting that the city is going to have to make since 1975. That is a huge undertaking. This is my hometown. I don't want to put that expenditure on, and I don't think that's what you guys meant to do. I really don't think that's what you guys meant to do. Because the costs of figuring out what everybody threw in 1975, and then the accumulations thereon, and then the money that's been put forward, there's gonna have to be an accounting, and there really can't be just a renewal, because the reason why is this accounting is they've got to get an accounting that they're supposed to be getting under the 2007 agreement every month. And they haven't had one yet. So the big problem is they need to have an accounting. As soon as they've got an accounting, they'll go ahead and enter into, they're likely to enter into a new contract. Why wouldn't they? I mean, for fire service. So before they can enter in, if that resolution or whatever happened doesn't get undone, it took place on the 31st of March. It has set into effect a course of events that we have no power to stop. We being the rural fire district. The city as the partner has said, we want a divorce. And now we've got to go ahead and just go through the divorce, which means everybody's got to make an accounting. And that's going to be a lot of time and a lot of money. And that's not something I think you guys intended to do, but you can't just, it's like a divorce saying, we're just going to take care of the kids in custody as opposed to, and we're just going to leave property division later. It doesn't work that way. It all has to happen at the same time. So unless the city is able to give a good accounting by June of what they're owed, and then not only that, but they have to be able to show, the trustees would have to agree with that number, which I doubt they would, but, so then that means that it goes to court. Because there's two kinds of dissolution. There's a non-judicial dissolution and a judicial, court supervised dissolution of a
Bill,
partnership.
can you wrap up? And you're at 4.5 minutes.
Trying to help you guys out. I'm really trying. Because I don't think this is what you guys want to do. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to be the guy to be doing this to my hometown.
Okay.
So, but the thing is, this is all going to be required if this partnership is terminated. I don't know if somebody fell asleep during that day that partnership law was taught. I know this back and forth. I know this up, down, sideways, every way.
Okay.
This is right. And I hope that, if there's an extension, that
Okay.
extension would be, because I know that you guys wouldn't be able to get, as just being from here, there's no way you guys could get an accounting together in 3 months. You couldn't do it in 4 months, maybe 9 months,
Attorney
maybe a
Darby,
year.
thank you. You
Trying
had
to
5
trying to
minutes.
save you from yourselves.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, Jamie, do you have any advice or anything from what you've heard
Well,
from the council to think
I would
about?
want you in closed session to get legal advice, so if you want to do that, we can.
Yeah,
Please.
let's go to closed session.
I'll leave this.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion and a second. Is there any further? Okay, Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Brunick,
Yes.
Councilmember Rock,
Yes.
Councilmember.
Yes.
Second, you got it before.
So that is-
Councilmember McPherson.
Yes.
Okay, we are in closed session. I'd ask that everyone outside the council step out. Okay. So before we start, we've indicated this over and over that our intention wasn't to terminate a contract and have no service for anybody, okay? We don't have a 28 agreement that meets state statute. It's not been filed with the Secretary of State, which makes the 2080 agreement, or the 28 law says if you don't have it filed, there's no agreement. Don't know if that would stand or not. So it's always been our intention to keep fire service and ambulance service. Okay.
That's not exactly true. though.
Bill?
That is true. From the
Hey,
word.
hey, hey, I
You're
agree.
Where? Attorney
talking here,
Clark,
City Council.
Attorney Clark,
We don't need to.
I'm trying to
please, if
help.
we ask,
Yeah.
and let's keep
I'll
comments
just
from,
let you talk. I've tried to help.
okay. So we're on, tonight's agenda is to see if counselors are willing to extend the contract or the 2080 agreement to August 31st or September 30th, 2020. Those two dates are both for
Don't you
the
mean
ambulance
20?
and the fire.
Sorry to interrupt, don't you mean 21, you said 20.
21, sorry about that, Dick. Thank you for correcting me. 21, yes, you're correct. So the first resolution that's up is 2021-0425-18, and this would be the resolution to continue the fire district 28 agreement from midnight, July 1st until midnight of September 30th, 2021.
Motion.
Second,
There's a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
I would like to, Mr. Mayor, to post the next resolution, the one that is a little bit shorter.
Okay, we do have to go
Okay.
through. So if you would rather have the other one, you have the option to vote no on this one. Councilmember Perrin? How do you
yes.
vote? Councilmember Zacharias?
No.
Councilmember Rock?
Yes.
Councilmember Veronic?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Passes 4-1 to keep, we would have the extension of the 28E agreement until September 30th, 2021. I believe this was the date that the rural fire had asked, once we had said we wanted a new agreement and we weren't going to continue with the old one. There is the second resolution for the fire does not need to be voted on since the first one will take care of the fire district. We have the resolution for the ambulance. Resolution 2021-0425-20 is the resolution to extend the current 28E agreement to September 30th, 2021.
Motion.
Motion,
Second.
second,
Motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Browning,
Yes.
Councilmember Rock,
Yes.
Councilmember Zacharias,
No.
Councilmember McFerrin.
yes.
That also passes 4-1. That would then preclude that we don't need to talk about resolution -21. Since council has approved that, I will go ahead and sign those resolutions and have those delivered. That'd be up to the fire board if you guys want to accept and the resolution from the city council. Is there any other comments?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second,
Motion and second. Is there any further? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? We're done.